the NFL right here on ESPN 1000 with Shay Norling. Shay?
All right, there are a CBS Sports roundtable of three of their experts that answered a few questions about the offseason as we review the NFL offseason with teams approaching rookie minicamp and clear pictures of the rosters. Hoodie, I love this time of year so much.
I know. I wish CBS Sports would promote their own like we do, because they always got interesting kind of offbeat football content, don't they?
The best.
Yeah.
We'll start with this. Which team made the best free agent signing? Of their three experts, two said it was Danielle Hunter being signed in Houston. Immediate improvement on their defense, gives a bookend to Will Anderson, makes them a legitimate contender in the AFC. The other I thought was odd. Antonio Pierce and the Las Vegas Raiders added one of the best defensive tackles in the league in Christian Wilkins. They put that up as one of the best free agent signings. The Raiders stink.
Yeah, they do.
If you stink, I can't put you up there with the best free agent signings. I need to feel real impact. They have an incredible defensive line now. Max Crosby, we'll see what Tyree Wilson becomes. And now you add Christian Wilkins. But what's the rest of that roster?
Seems like a projection more so than what is. They feel like the Raiders in the future are going to be good. Everyone felt good about Pierce being the new head coach, and they feel like along with that, the team's going to be better.
The players got him that job.
Yeah,
they went to the owner.
No question. I think that feels like more a projection than what is with the Raiders.
Yeah, look, Christian Wilkins is a hell of a football player. They're paying him a fortune. Maybe he and Max Crosby together, maybe that becomes a much better team than we realize.
But we talked a lot about Danielle Hunter on the show when you were allowed to talk about the Bears. We talked about him being a guy that could be a difference maker for this defense. And so, I can understand why that would be on the top of the list of quality guys that can make a difference with Houston.
You're done.
What did I say wrong?
I'm always allowed to talk about them. I don't have to be over the moon about off-season once the draft is done.
It's May. Nobody cares about this or this segment, even though it's highly rated. Go ahead, Shay.
Wow.
Which team made the worst free agent signing? This question's fun. It's got some tentacles in Chicago.
Okay. Oh.
We begin with the Atlanta Falcons, who needed to add weaponry for their new
Justin
quarterback.
wasn't a free agent. Oh, go ahead.
Let him finish.
They needed to add weaponry for their new quarterback, Kirk Cousins. They paid Darnell Mooney $13 million a year. That's almost twice as much as Hollywood Brown got from the Kansas City Chiefs. This writer calls it spending just to spend, and I agreed in the moment. Darnell Mooney getting a $35 million contract? Mm-hmm. They were laundering money. Something went wrong in Atlanta, and they were using Darnell Mooney to wash it up.
Oh, they're cleaning their money through Darnell Mooney.
Good to be Darnell Mooney.
What's wrong with just the old car wash you do in the area of Detroit? That's how they do it.
That's it.
You wash your money through the car wash or cleaners.
That's it.
They use Darnell Mooney instead.
Yeah, we bought a couple of businesses.
Because at the time, we were feeling bad for Darnell Mooney. You remember this, Cap?
Yep.
Like, boy, Justin's overshooting him, and it's like he's not getting enough receptions. Boy, it's contract season. How's this guy going to get paid? Oh, Atlanta will pay him. You will?
$13 million a year, baby.
Oh, jeez. Hey, by the way, it's Kirk Cousins, so he'll get his share of catches.
He will.
So, I was worried. I thought Darnell Mooney's going to be outside looking for $1 outside the Dunkin'.
Nope.
Seriously.
Buying the Dunkin'.
You saw it, man. It didn't look good for him. He had to be worried, I think, going into free agency.
He got paid.
Shay?
The other was actually a Bears move that we haven't discussed really at length. I think we're all a little cautiously optimistic on. Kevin Byard made the list here as the worst free agent signing due to the struggles in Philadelphia after he got traded there last season. He was horrible. Troy Aikman was calling him out on primetime broadcasts. We've seen too much of you being flat-footed this season. He was out of position a lot. He wasn't making plays. I kind of can give benefit of the doubt because that secondary as a unit was so bad and they actively quit on the field. Maybe you get him into a spot that's a little better and he'll play better. He's been good in his career, but he did make the list here of the worst free agent signings.
All right, get it done, Kevin. Get her done.
Well, what do you think of that? What I think is in this defense, if there's any issues with him, it'll be covered up by a Stevenson or Brisker or a Jalen Johnson.
Or Kyler Gordon or Terrell Smith. They got a bunch of dudes back there. So just flow to the ball and make the plays, man. That's it.
We'll put a circle around that, though. Bayard the third.
And I like him. We did at the draft. He was one of our guests. Awesome. Really like the dude. Hope he plays well.
Terrell Smith, by the way, questionable here at camp.
Did he get hurt playing golf?
It says questionable on this depth chart.
That depth chart's from January.
No shot. This is up to date, according to Courtney. Shay?
Wow. Which trade will pay off the most? They cite Tennessee Titans adding L'Jarius Sneed to their defensive secondary. Two of the writers picked that one. The other wrote, quote, the Chicago Bears adding Keenan Allen is such a smart way to help ease Caleb Williams into the NFL. But the Houston Texans pick swap for Stephon Diggs should pay more immediate and substantial dividends.
Stephon Diggs or Keenan Allen? What do you think?
Which trade's better?
Yeah.
So we gave up a 4 for Allen. They gave up a pick swap, you said?
Yeah.
Yes, Stephon Diggs. It's the better deal. Stephon Diggs.
Allen has to show me he can stay healthy.
The answer to the question to me is Stephon Diggs.
Diggs did not have a very good finish to his year. He did not. Remember in the playoff game, he dropped that long pass right in his hands. That would have changed maybe the outcome. I'm going to go with the Keenan Allen deal.
He got really quiet in the second half of the season, too, Diggs. He was kind of out of the offense a little bit.
He was.
Allen wasn't targeting him much.
I'm going to stick with the Keenan Allen deal was a better deal.
Lean Diggs, just because it's a different address for him. We saw the disconnect happening with Allen and Diggs in Buffalo. I just think a fresh coat of paint's always good for a player. So it's like, okay, because imagine the Texans now. You think they were good last year. An inspired Diggs with a second-year quarterback and C.J. Stroud?
It could be good, man.
Yeah, I mean,
they could. I don't disagree, but I'm going to go Keenan Allen because I think with the Dunze and DJ Moore, Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, look out. He could have a big year.
Jesse Rogers with the latest in the Cubs, Sox, everything else, MLB. That's coming up
Sox new?
on Cap. What happened
Ringing double from Andrew Vaughn last night.
A-hole. Cap and J. Hood.
He's not. He's a nice kid.
You! Ringing double!
By the way, Caleb Day today.
Yeah. You had to read the paper 24 hours late to be able to get that news. I mean, I'm going to bring this into the show today. Hey, I like football again. You're out. Cap and J. Hood. Weekday morning, 7 to 10.
Bad teammate.